Here we are again, door 18. Ever closer to Christmas. Let's see what we have today. All right, let's open this up. Let's see, door 18 is up here. Oh, the opening's over here on this side. There we go. Oh, it is a stamp. No die, of a basket with some wine and bread and other things like that in it. All right, let's see what we're going to do with this. So today's door, we had this nice little basket. Has a bottle of wine, has some cheese, some grapes, some bread, and an apple in it. This is kind of cute. So I think I'm going to make it into a thank you card. The kind of card I want to make, I've heard this called a couple different things, like seems like every other card. The first time I saw one, it was called the Bendy card. I also heard it called the pop-out card. So once it's done, you can decide what you want to call it. So we'll need a 5x7 because it is going to be a 5x7 card. And then you need, this is 1x6, and it needs to be about an inch wider than the card you're going to make. And this we're going to score at a 1/2 inch on each side. So the first thing we're going to do is do a background on this 5x7. I'm going to erase this because the other side has a mark on it. So I want it to look like the sky and grass. So I'm going to use Gina K's powder blue and grass green. So I'm going to start with the sky. I'm going to go really light at first. See how deep I want to make this. And when you're doing sky, you don't want it to be solid because then it will look like there's just wispy clouds in there. And Gina K's ink does have a smoothing agent in it, which makes it smooth out a little bit as it dries. So just give it a minute. So now we're going to use some grass green. And I'm going to start down here on the bottom. And I'm going to use a little bit more pressure, so I'm going to put my hand on the back of this brush. So I want to make this a little bit darker. And we'll bring this piece in. So this piece is going to sit along the bottom here. So I do want the grass to come up a little bit higher than that. So that looks, move this up. So that looks good. I'll do a little more here. Makes it blend into the sky a little bit more. I think that's good. I'll let that dry a second. Now I'm going to take this 1x6 and I'm going to cover the whole thing in the green because I want the two greens to match. So our background is done. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp this out. So I have some stamping card again. I'm going to put it in the stamping platform. Put that on here. Now I'm going to die cut it with this really fat oval I have because it really is it's not really round. It is an oval shaped stamp, but it's a very fat oval, and I did find one in my stash that would fit. So I'll make sure we put that in the center so we have enough room to die cut that. And we're going to pick this up. Now I'm going to grab my black ink. And I've said it before, I like this ink because you can use alcohol markers, watercolors, or pencils on it and it won't smear. You do have to give it maybe about 15 seconds to dry, but I like it because I only need one black ink and it works for everything. All right, now we need to color this in. All right, so I grabbed some markers and I want to start with the basket. I'm going to make the basket, I'm going to use gold brown for the basket. Now the apple will be red. Let's see, the stem, I'll use the green-gray blend. I'll just use the darkest one. Since I took that out. There, that's fine for the stem. Now the cheese. Let's see. I think I'll use the lightest color for the cheese. Then for the holes, I'll go in a little bit. Just a little bit. A slightly different color. All right, there's the cheese. For the grapes, I think I want to go with purple. Not sure how dark, so let's start with the lightest color here. I think that might be dark enough. All right, the wine bottle, I think I'm going to make the label I'll make the bottle green. I'll need a little brown for the cork. Let's see if this is the right color. Now the label, what color label? Let's go with a kind of a grayish label. This is Blue Gray 3. Oh, that is very dry. So let me come in with Blue Gray 2. This is Blue Gray 1. All right, now for the bread, let's see. All right, now for the basket itself, there's like a fabric in there. Let's go with the nice teal. This is a green turquoise blend. Now I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be over here. I'm not sure if it's part of the handle. I can't decide. I guess I'm going to make it part of the handle. There. Part of the handle now. All right, so there is our little basket. So now let's get the die and cut it out. This is the Scotch 3M Low Tack Artist Tape. I'm going to try it and see if I like it. All right, so let's see how it does. See if it pulls. Nope, that came off pretty easily. All right, pretty happy with that. All right, so we have that. So next, we'll need... Now I have, this set of ovals was kind of a weird set of ovals. Some of them were plain and some of them were scalloped. So the next size up was scalloped. So I'm going to take this print paper and cut the scallop out of this for a matte layer. All right, so we have this. So this will go on here. And that will look nice. All right, let me glue this on. That part of our card is done. All right, so next let's bring back in our background. And I'm going to cut out this thanks, which is going to sit down here with this. But then I wanted something up here in the corner. So I'm going to use, when I count my blessings, I use twice. All right. It's had a chance to dry for a minute. So this is going to be down here. The thanks is going to be next to it. This is all going to be sitting on this down here. So I'm thinking up here, about there, I think. It's a good spot. Get all this out of the way. Pick that up. Black ink. There we go. We're all set with that. All right, so now let me cut the thanks out. Thanks I'm going to cut out in black. The shadow I'm going to cut out in white. I'm just going to use the same white stamping card I've been using. So we'll cut this out. And we will cut this out. Let's see. All right, we have our thanks. All right. Fine tip bottle. We will glue the thanks on. Let's see, we'll slide the K over a little bit. All right, so we have our thanks. We have our strip. Now let me grab the scoring board. And all we need to do with this is score it a 1/2 inch on each side. Put a 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch here, because this was 1 by 6 and we needed to fit across the 5-inch part of the card. So a 1/2 inch on each side. There we go. All right, bring this back in one more time. All right, so now we're going to glue this on. Oh, wait, I forgot an important part. Let's bring in the scoring platform one more time, because we do need to make one more score. So this is 5 inches. So we need to go halfway across, which is 2.5. And this is going to bend. So we don't need a really big bend in this. We just need it to bend a little bit. Now we're going to glue this on. Glue it on here. Glue it on here. Line this up flush with the bottom of the card. Flat. So what's going to happen is when the person takes the card out and bends it there on the fold, the bottom part is going to pop out and then it will sit up like this. So now we're going to take our topper here. Put this on here. And then our thanks will be over here. Let's see, we'll put it about here. I think I will glue this to here. So when it dries, this will all open up as one piece. And I'm going to scoot it up just enough to where the line for the bottom is below the mark, the top of the shadow here. So now when this opens, it will sit like this. When I count my blessings, I count you twice. Thanks. So I think this looks a little long. There's a lot of space in between here. So I think I'm going to cut this down to make it a 5x5 card. So if it's 5x5, this is going to come down here. Let's check this side. Yeah, I can cut it right here. And then I can put the wording down here, because that just looks... that looks a little lost. All right, so let me cut 2 inches off of here. Chop the 2 inches off. So now we'll have a little square 5x5 card. I think that looks a lot more proportionate. Okay, so now we will take our stamp, bring it back in. Have our stamping platform. Going. We'll use the magnets this time to hold that down. I'm going to put this over here. About here. And I'm going to restamp that there. There we go. Yeah, I think that's a much better proportion. So this is now 5x5. And you can find 5x5 envelopes. So you won't need any special envelope. Yeah, I definitely like that better. So here it is. Here's our card for the day. And until tomorrow, when we open up another door as we get ever closer to Christmas. Till then, stay crafty.